Can you imagine yourself blind, deaf, and dumb? So you can't see, you can't hear, and you can't speak. That was my darkness. Like being buried alive. A zombie walking through the streets of North Italy where people have no humanity. They will disgust you, they will feel afraid of you, they will point a finger at you. That was the darkness of the soul. Can't hear people telling me how bad I looked. Can't hear the police telling me that I have to stop to make it alive. Can't see hope, can't see a future. The only things I could want to see, it was more drugs and maybe the expectation that would be the last time I take drugs because I die. That's the darkness that I'm speaking about. Coming to the light is opening your eyes to the light. Opening your ears and listen what the people are saying about me. Not about them, about me. What's wrong with me? Why I behave like that. And you know, the light is this beautiful, for me, understanding is when you go to confession. So you can imagine all my life from an early age to 1996 when I joined the community. It was a very private life, a very silent life. Public for my crime and stuff like that, but very silent inside. So the light came when I started my confession. My confession went on for 3 years. I was in the community, was the same priest. He gave me an absolution, but he will say, let's keep going next week, let's keep going. So when I said everything I done, I came into the light. Because I didn't felt guilt, I didn't felt sorry, I felt free. Like chain are broken, my eyes are open now, I know who I am, I accept what I did, but I am ready to change it. I am the light of the world, it's true, Jesus said that, and I believe that, he's my savior, so you have to recognize as a savior. I can say to young people, like, you know what I mean, if you don't recognize a savior, you're lost, because you will be looking for happy things in wrong things. When I was young, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a leader, a joy, happiness. But the happiness that I was looking for, it was easy. Jesus doesn't give it easy, but you can make it easy, you know. As well, the darkness to the light. Jesus died himself. One thing that struck me in my conversion at the beginning is Jesus crucified. I can identify. When I was in the chapel in my knees praying, I look at the crucifix, I see Jesus. I see me, skinny, bleeding. And I can say, you know what? I cannot believe that my sins are killing him, but my sins are killing me. And he died for 3 days, and he went to hell, and he risen. So the passage from the darkness, can you imagine hell, how dark it is if you're a sinner? And the sinner I was going down there, to come back into the light, to have a bit of hope. That I go up instead of down. You know, that's the passage from the darkness to the light. To a life of sadness, to a life of joy, you know. I think each people have to hit rock bottom. When I'm talking rock bottom is when your life becomes unmanageable completely. And at that stage, I think every soul, there is an opening where a good Samaritan, like myself, or like many other people in the world, they have been into the darkness and moved to the light. If they have an opportunity to meet through media or even personally and put a seed and tell these people that there is a life after this drugs and addiction. Yeah, the easy answer of any human being is says, yeah, I can't change. I'll be like that all my life. I was like that. But you know, right things comes at the right time. So it is a very simple question, and I know every drug addict will give a simple answer. It's out of my control. Yeah, but with God, with the fellowship, having good friends that care about you, friends that understand what you're going through, and will give you the strength to go forward. So prayer and friendship. And are for me the pillar of changing my life. So I will not accept any drug addict. I meet a lot of drug addict mothers, fathers, and this is the classical answer that they will say, "Oh, I have no power." I say, "Well, this time you take power. You have to take control of your life because it's out of control." Yeah, don't do it. Nothing calm, no joy calm, no easy life calm, nothing good calm by experimenting. When you are experimenting on chemicals, on stuff that is being created to kill you, nothing good can come. And when I'm talking about drugs, I'm talking about even alcohol, I'm talking about marijuana. There is certain people that will go forward. There will be certain people that will have a bad experience and stop. But majority of the people, and looking at the reality, I travel a lot, of the young people in Europe, mainland Europe, they're more addicted than stopping. So my advice is, I do know, I have 6 children. They will one day arrive to a point where someone, probably close friends, will offer them. And I only by telling them the truth now when they're young about the consequences. I tell people in Ireland, young people, in Ireland they love to go to Australia, Canada, to go abroad, okay? If you are caught with drugs and you are arrested, that it could be marijuana or heavy drugs, you forget about Australia, Canada. So your life can take a very serious change. Your health. I have cancer in my liver. I have only 1 kidney. I have no veins in my body. So you know what I mean? I am a living dead, but I'm alive. So I just said, people that want to experiment, I can't stop them. Nobody can stop them. Drugs will never disappear from this world because, even alcohol is sold in any corner. But I'm just saying, be very careful of the choices that you make because the consequences could be very serious. Life, death, or prison. I say to these people that are experimenting right now, listen carefully what I just said. It never gets better. I don't know any drug dealers that become elderly. They get killed because it's the greed. And for young people that are out there studying, thinking, I take these drugs, it make my brain works better, I qualify. Remember, that drugs could be your companion for life. And they will stop you to find serious relationship, a job, or anything in life. So I don't think that I can stop people from experience. But my message is, the consequences are too serious. These drugs that we are talking about, cocaine, heroin, LSD, tablets, ecstasy, all the stuff has been manufactured now in probably some dark garage with materials that we use to acid and stuff like that for cars. You could die just by taking 1 tablet. So if you are so crazy that you want to jeopardize your life for a bit of fun, there's not much fun. And I can tell you, living, I'm 48 with 1 kidney, cancer in my liver, no veins, lost all my tooth. That's what's going to happen to you guys if you want to carry on. So please stop because no joy will come. For the person addicted of their parents or their partner or their wives, if you remove the substance from the person, what happened to the person? He gets agitated, he probably doesn't sleep, he's crazy to find it. So even for marijuana, that is, they call it social drugs or stuff like that, if the person gets addicted to marijuana and smoke it every day or a few times a day, if you remove the substance from their daily life, their life, you will see change in the person. If anyone is addicted, and I just say to you, why do you use? That's where you have to ask the questions. The denial, it comes when you have to use a substance from outside of your body. So it means that something had happened to you that you don't have peace, that you don't have happiness. So because you don't receive sacraments maybe, because you don't speak, because you suffer for stupid reason, and instead to face life with the mouth and speak about your problem, you find a solution of something that coming from outside. That's not a solution. You're only delaying a process that is gonna get bad. And if you are in denial, you think that you can manage your life. Drugs are not legal. So if you're normal and using drugs and think there is no problem and say drugs are illegal, you go to prison for drugs. So if you are an intellectual or a simple young man and telling me that that's no problem, I'm telling you is a huge problem, because your money, the money that you spend to buy the 20 euro, wherever 50 euro of whatever substance is going into a dark blood market. So you're feeding drug dealers, you're feeding the big chain of drug addicts, of the drugs that comes from everywhere in the world. So don't think that your actions are normal. So if you are in denial, I hope this is a wake-up call. And I just say to yourself, look inside of you. Why do you need that substance? And normally, as I found it out myself, the answer is inside ourselves. And we need just to bring it up and talk to people. I can imagine for anyone that is addicted to heavy drugs, I just said, they probably see darkness. They can't see a future. Their life, like it was my life, it goes, you get up in the morning, the first thing you want is drugs, you want more drugs during the day, and the last thing you use is drugs at night, okay? I have to say, believe me, there is a chance in life to overturn. I lost, personally, 50 of my best friends, people that I grew up together, people that I play soccer together, people that I went to school together, people that some of them use drugs with me. They're not here. They're gone. So I'm just saying, hope is there. Help is there. There is help in this world. It's just, like people are reaching out. Please reach to them. Like even here now, myself, I came to Malta. I'm reaching out to the young people of Malta, to young and not young people of Malta. Reach out for help. Change your life. It's not going to be easy, but nothing in life is easy. I always believed in God, but didn't practice. If God had time, in 1996, to see me in the garbage, in the rubbish that I was, and he came down and he put his hands, and what do I have to do? I just have to lift my hands and grab his and pull me out. And you know what? I never look back. And I suggest to people, help is there. You will find help in Malta, in anywhere. If you want to change your life, there is plenty of help. I seen my parents. My parents give up on me. They kicked me out of the house when I was 14. They didn't want to know anything about it. They didn't help me. I say to parents, be aware. You will see change of behavior on your children. You will see them asking for money more often than normal. So this kind of things, money, always looking for money, is because they are feeding themselves with the drugs. So I say to parents, be aware. And you have to protect your children from an early age. And if you already have children addicted to drugs, you have to fight with them. We are talking about life and death reality here. We're not talking about moon and star or movie. This is real life. As if a family, a mother and a father, and I receive many phone calls, I give them very serious rules. So first of all, you have to put rules. If the person lives in your house, he has rules. He has to come in one time and go out one time. He doesn't need to carry a lot of money. You have to help the person to come to a realization that he's an addict. And don't be feeling sorry for them, because drug addicts will use that will use, drug addicts are very clever people, And when I converted, they said the best people in the world are the people that used to be criminals, drug addicts, and now the effort that a drug addict will put to do bad things, you will do marvelous things for good, So I'm just saying to parents, do not give up on your children. But be aware, if you feed into an addiction, money, you're gonna might kill your son or your daughter. This is a reality. And I'm just saying to them, if your son or daughter are addicted, you look for help yourselves. Go and find, I don't know in Malta, I don't know really very well, but there is self-support groups. Definitely there is parents that have children addicted to drugs, maybe are in recovery, in rehab. Find those groups. Go and tell your story. Look around yourself. Maybe there is other family around you that are suffering like you, but definitely there has to be rules. A drug addict is like cancer. He's dying, but he will make you die. We make mother die, father die, all brothers and sisters maybe become addicted themselves, and grandmother, grandfather, uncle, he will spread like a tsunami. He'll destroy the life of everyone. A drug addict will rob anybody, anyone. He will do anything possible to get his substance. So you have to stop it. That's the best advice I say to parents. If you play the game, oh, poor child is only, poor fella, poor, No, there's no poor. There's no poor. He is a person that needs help. And get the help. And if he doesn't want it, I suggest to parents that have people, sons or daughters, addicted to drugs, you find help. Because your life is going to be very, very tough with a son or a daughter in drugs. When I say don't give up to the parents, I actually say to both, to the addict and to the parents, do not give up. It's a journey. You're not going to change your life. You're not going to become better overnight. It will take time. So it's a journey that you have to partake together. You can't, kick out your son or your daughter or detach emotionally. No, get involved. Get them help. Yeah, hope is there. If there is no hope, what's the point even to do this interview? Do you know what I mean? I'd be dead in a train station if there was no hope for me. I couldn't see it. I needed someone to show it to me. So I'm here to say to parents, if you have you show it to them. Show them where they need to go and oblige them to go. And if they decide they want to die as drug addict, my dear parents, that's the cross. So carry the cross with pride, because it's not your fault. I always say I blame my parents, but it wasn't my parents. My parents didn't give me drugs. I choose drugs. So I say to parents, maybe look after yourself, see if you were good to your children, and if you were good and your son or daughter want to be drug addict all their life, get ready, because the cross is going to be heavy. But don't help them to kill themselves. You can ask, you don't have to kick them out of the house like my mother did, but ask them to remove themselves. Because when a drug addict is present, there is no peace for no one. So if you want to bring the peace of God in your house, you have to gently say, that's the door, my son or my daughter, please go. I can't see you dying in front of my eyes. And I will do that with my children tomorrow if they become addicted to drugs. And I will act. I will not wait for them to die. I will not play that game, because I've been there and I know there is hope. I'm here, I'm standing in front of you, I'm 48. Look, you know what I mean? I have cancer. I should be dead in 1990, I'm still going. So there is hope, I picked up a leaflet many years ago, I think 6-7 years ago, outside the church in Ireland, and I read the story about Pakistan, Syria, Iraq, and immediately I felt identification, and immediately brought me back to my past when I was persecuted myself with addiction. And I was persecuting my parents, my entire family. So I just said, you know what, I changed my life. Let's do some voluntary work. I contact them and I start to do voluntary work. I worked 5 years on a voluntary basis, just doing distribution of the mirrors, the magazine that they produce, the rosary cards, fake cards, and just bringing the gospel, just bringing the news of the gospel. I was very happy to do that. And, now I'm working for them. So, my sacrifice paid off at the end. I love God. I love Mother Church. I love my life. I am so grateful to God that He saved me. He gave me a beautiful wife, a saint, 6 beautiful children. So I can only give back, really, So that's why I work for Aid to the Church in Need. And please God, I will work for many years more. And we will, one soul at a time, convert them all. I love Malta. This is my 3rd time in Malta. I came in my honeymoon in Malta when I got married in 2003. I spent 15 days in Comino. It was beautiful. And I came here, I brought a pilgrimage of diocesan priests from Ireland a few years ago. And we traveled all over Ireland, the story of St. Paul. And Stephen, the office here, ACN Malta, they're doing great work. So I met Stephen, and Stephen is a beautiful guy. And he's a very, very full of God, And we were just talking, and I just said, would you like me to come and give a few talks in Malta to the young people? Because I do that at home, I do that in Italy, I do that in England, like in Northern Ireland. I said, let's give hope to people. Let's give real hope. Let's give them true story. No, let's give them the movie or, let's bring them. So Malta, I am here to touch the people heart, because young people are in Malta. People are suffering in Malta from drug addiction. And I have this gift that God has given me for free, and for free I am here giving back to you. So I'm spending some time here, and I will go around and talking to schools. There's programs. So great. More souls to God, hopefully. And more volunteers for Aid to the Church in Malta, too. It's okay. Yeah, I have no problem. But the person that are using, they should remove the driver's license. They shouldn't be working in places where they can do damage to other people. So teachers or stuff like that. It's not recreational. It's drugs. It's called drugs. And it's not, like they say, it's natural. Oh God, I heard people, I used to say, oh God create marijuana. You know what I mean? Yeah, God create marijuana as a plant. We smoked that. You know what I mean? We put the human side in God creation. And so it is serious. I hope and I pray that Malta is not that crazy, that it will legalize drugs. Because there is not going to be, and there's going to be endless problem. And it is a gateway drugs. Alcohol is the first drugs that most of people forget. Young people lose their inhibition with alcohol at a very young age, and they swap alcohol and marijuana, they use it together. Most of them, if you take 100 people that use alcohol and marijuana, definitely they will use cocaine immediately after that. And what you hear is all rubbish, is agenda, is money for the state. Because people are using, or let's legalize it so state can make money. But it's drugs, like crazy. No, please Malta, don't. No joy will come. You destroy your young generation. This is the work of the devil. And I believe that. The devil is trying to kill the young people, their brain dead. So legalize marijuana, let them drink, and all the drugs, other drugs are available anyway, so let's kill the new generation. Please Malta, don't. From an ex-drug addict criminal, and I have 6 children, I hope that you are more intelligent politicians and thinking for the welfare of your young people. And if you are crazy, good luck, Malta, I say to you. Yeah, bye-bye. And that's the truth. Bye-bye.